Las Vegas, and then some. I am your host, Toni Rose, with my girl,
MC Lepaleps, and some people's bestie, your favorite MC, and me and Toni Rose are coming at you with big love all the way from the 702.
What's up, everybody? I am so glad to be back on air with you all.
Yes.
Holidays are approaching.
Yes, they are.
And we are in studio just enjoying another morning of beautiful sunshine here in Las Vegas.
Beautiful.
And beautiful friendship. Hi, sis. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. There's, since the last time I know we talked about, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Right.
And now like you said, we're approaching up to Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been really, really good. I'm strong and it's feeling good and I'm ready to go.
Is Mariah Carey playing on your radio?
Oh my gosh. I know. I don't know if I know, right?
Don't wanna love.
Yes.
But yeah, it's Christmas time when you hear that, lady. So I'm just happy you're back in studio. I know that, this season has been a little bit of, not challenges, just things to keep
challenges,
us
girl. Don't
no sugarcoating.
No sugarcoating.
Interesting days of challenges, obstacles, and a lot of just self-discovery. And I think, being in studio, it's our therapy session. Thank you for listening.
It is. Thank you guys so much for welcoming us and loving on us and just bearing with us as we bear in life with all these things and facing these things.
Absolutely.
But of course, we hope that it's always an encouragement to each and every one of you guys as we come together, so I'm excited. I'm excited for what we're going to talk about today.
Today, we have beautiful people in the house because we just came from the airport. And I picked them up. They woke up real early today to be here and also be here this weekend with a purpose, with intention, and with lots of changes, small changes in our community, Phil-Am, and, international.
Yeah.
I don't even want to make that a minuscule
statement.
Some. And then some. These two ladies are an amazing, contribution to not only the community, the Phil-Am community, but to the women that are inspiring our next generation. So without further ado, I want to introduce them individually because they do have their own legacy projects that they are, going to be launching and have launched already. So Lepa, this is, our wheelhouse. We love the women in our world. We love the encouragement and the support, the fellowship that they provide. So, first up, we have my very long time and dear sister friend from the Bay Area. We go back to Fremont, Hayward, California.
Okay.
The Bay Area, and we were actually once roommates. They took me into their home, and I was able to really establish a foundation of friendship and, sisterhood with her. This is LCSW. She is also the founder of Mango Therapy Retreats. Okay. So want to welcome my dear friend and an amazing leader in our community, Miss Christine Melendrez.
Yes.
Hi. Good morning. Thank you for having me
here
today. So lovely to be back in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so how are you? And let's just get down to it. What is your goal this weekend? I know you've been back here, a few times now in Las Vegas for your, retreats and your project. But what is your legacy project that you're launching, and what's your vision?
Thank you so much for asking about that. So this weekend, I am here with my kapatids, my brothers and sisters from PhilPro, which is Filipino Young Leaders Program. Okay. We just had a week-long immersion in the Philippines back in August.
Oh, wow.
It was so amazing. It's with this organization, like I said, PhilPro. And Yeah, we got really close. So we're like, you know what? We need a reunion. So we're having a reunion.
What better place than in Vegas?
Yes.
You're so smart.
And I love it because, we are having this sort of, I feel like it's a retreat. It's an organic retreat. There's, there's some of an itinerary, and we're going to have laughs, food, fun, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, wow.
So as far as my legacy project, so for this immersion program, we had to all apply, interview, present the proposal.
Okay.
And so when we went to the Philippines, we were able to meet networks and learn new things to help develop, our individual projects. So mine is wellness retreats. So I am an LCSW, like what Toni said. I own Sweet Mango Therapy Group, which is the first Filipino-owned group psychotherapy practice in California.
Psychotherapy.
Yes, there's about four of us and growing.
Okay.
Super excited. We provide telehealth and also some in-person, so hybrid to the Filipino community, Filipino and Asian community.
Nice.
We help those that struggle with depression, anxiety, trauma, burnout. All of those things. So for my legacy project, I want to integrate my mental health background into retreats.
Yes.
And so in 2025, this is my goal. I'm going to host a retreat in the Philippines.
Come on.
For Filipino Americans and Filipinos.
Yes.
Medical professionals and psychotherapists. And this is in response to COVID, the burnout, and everything that's really been going on, so we can promote rest and break the cycle of overworking.
Come on. Oh, man.
I think it's called the compassion fatigue, right? So a lot of the workers in the healthcare and, therapy world, you guys are the warriors that are the front line of what we now are facing as mental health crisis, right? So in order to face that, you too have to care for yourself. And I think the self-care thing comes full circle because, as mothers and as women, we have a duty to uphold, and we must be centered and grounded in order to help others filling from a full cup. So what you're doing, it's your first full year, and everything that you've done so far has been such a staple in not only the foundation of PhilAm, but the women that you're encouraging and influencing. So you are appreciated, you are needed. So everything that you're already planning is in place. Now we just got to water it with you and hope to see it grow. So what else? I know you have 2 beautiful babies. So let's talk about how you're coping with all that. I know it's a heavy load, so let's chat.
Oh my gosh. So I have a 9-year-old son. Okay. He's on the spectrum, high functioning. He is a genius. He's what's called a savant. So he's been doing like puzzles and Legos since he was 3.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And taught himself how to read and does all these complicated math problems.
Right.
Oh, right.
Wow.
He's memorized the subway system in New York. So when we go to New York, it's going to be...
I can barely take the 15, girl. I'm like, I don't know where I am.
95. Where am I going?
Flamingo, go east.
And he's like the subway, the entire... the system.
So awesome.
He has studied that and the world map and knows all the capitals and flags.
Right.
He can draw the flags.
Only. By the way,
I can barely draw a star. Right. Thank you.
So he has a lot of strengths, but also challenges.
Yes, of course.
And so it has been a journey and continues to be such, right? And so as a psychotherapist, I go through my own struggles, and I'm still human, right? And so
absolutely,
there's that. And then I have my daughter. She's 7, Bella.
She's such a firecracker, that one.
Yes, she's the best. I love her so much, and I love Lucas so much. And my husband, of course, of over 10 years.
Hi, Gay.
All right.
Who is a DJ, entrepreneur, all of it. He's the best.
Come on.
Yeah, he's a realtor in the Bay Area. He's also a very loving and dedicated father who is an amazing friend to our kin. So, you are doing it all, girl.
Wow.
So we encourage, our women who are just paving the way, and this is just the start. This is like the very surface of what we can and able to do. So so excited for your project.
Yes.
Thank you.
So inspired.
So inspiring.
You're an inspiration.
Absolutely.
Let's move it to Miss Yana Gabuena. She is the chef and founder of Salo Series, also known as the Queen of Kamayan. Okay. And she's also working on Lamon, which is the first Philippine X Food and Wine Festival, which will be taking place in the Bay Area.
That is correct.
So tell us about you. I know that you came to the States a little later in your journey, but hey, let's connect because I know food will always bring us together. And Kamayan, I know what it is because I could do it all day. But tell us about the history, I guess, of how you started and where this is all stemming from.
Yeah, of course. So I started my pop-ups back in Brooklyn when I was there back in 2011. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I was like, oh, I miss Filipino food, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how is it that we can DoorDash every other cuisine, but Filipino food was like kind of non-existent, you know? And I'm like, this is New York. There are Filipinos everywhere. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm like, where's Filipino food though?
Come on.
So, yeah, bring it.
It's time. It's time.
Yeah. And so I was like, hey, no one's doing it. And to be honest, I've had like multiple career changes. Like I was a behavior therapist for autistic kids. And then I went back to school for architecture, and I was a furniture designer for a while. Oh, wow. And I was kind of moonlighting as a writer in Brooklyn because I needed money. Hey. Hey, so they would always assign me these like food events, and I'm like, great, because I'm broke and I'm hungry.
Right.
So,
perfect. That's me.
And I got this idea to do a pop-up. Like, I'm not classically trained. I love to say I'm ancestrally taught.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Yes, because
it's in your blood.
Yeah,
that means it's just
it's in your gut.
It's a generation to generation.
That is
correct.
That's
a flow.
My ancestors are speaking through me.
Inside my stomach.
In my stomach. In the food. Come on, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, and then at the time, no one was really doing Filipino food in a way that's like how we see it now. Right. Like, it's so rampant. It's in your face. It's definitely Filipino.
Yeah.
Right. It was always like either super modern, or like the turo-turo. There was like no kind of like no in fusion. Between.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just try. And at that time, no one was doing kamayan either.
Right.
Because I hate to say it, but we are suffering from colonial mentality.
Right.
And always been so. And for me to like say, hey, let's eat with our hands. Mm-hmm. And kamayan is a pre-colonial tradition.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be on banana leaves. It's just literally eating with your hands. These are our utensils, our instruments that are God-given.
Yes,
absolutely.
They are with us everywhere we go.
Yes.
I mean, come on, we eat a lot of things with our hands. Come on, French fries, burgers, tacos, name it. So I'm like, why do we have such, aversion to eating a meal with our hands? And I really wanted to challenge people also as to like, what are the Western constructs of dining? So if you take away the plates, the utensils, is that still considered dining? Right. So I'm just like, am I a savage?
No, girl, we are all savages. No, I'm with you on the savagery.
And I'm just like, let's change it.
That.
Let's shift the dynamic. Let's shift the perspective.
Come on.
Right.
So I like to say that my work, even though it centers in food, is really rooted in decolonization.
Okay.
Because like food is just a vehicle. I see myself as almost like a social practitioner artist where I'm like, I want to bring the discussion on the table, everything taboo. Right. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Yes. I'm ready to drive, girl. I didn't signal, but I'm here.
I'm hungry right now. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, so I left Brooklyn and because I got laid off from my job. I think they noticed that my mind and heart was not into it. So I was like, okay. So I did a pop-up in all 50 states in 50 weeks.
That's beautiful.
Wait, a pop-up in all 50 states in 50 weeks.
That is correct. 1 week per state. Yes.
Okay, boss.
Anything,
all right.
They say anything is possible. Everything is possible.
That is correct. And I took the Amtrak, the Greyhound.
Right.
What's the blue one again?
the blue light. Blue light special.
Megabus.
All through the night.
Literally, she drove all through the night.
Yeah.
to get to where she needed to
Like,
go.
he hitchhiked. Okay,
Right.
I'm just saying. Like, I did everything couch surfed. I was like doing this on a shoestring budget. You know when they were saying like bootstrap it? I did that.
Boots on the
She did the
ground.
boots,
She
yeah.
said chinelas on the ground.
Yeah,
That's
chinelas, chanclas, all the
all of
chanclas,
them.
and I'm ready to throw it too.
Yes, and we can catch it.
It's part of her pop-up.
Yes. Girl, so here's the thing, you know, when people say,
God.
"Oh, I can't do this," or I have a dream, I have this vision. Let's take that first step, literally in your chancla, and get to it. Because when we say we want to do
amazing.
something, it's in us. God plants it in our heart. He puts it in our spirit. But what are we going to do?
Right.
Not just as women, but as a community, as a nation, to make
Come on.
changes. Small changes make bigger changes.
Right.
So start in the community, but yo, you did it in 50 states. Hello. How many states are there? 50.
Well, it was kind of funny because they were like, oh, there's, 52 weeks in a year and there's
Right.
50 states, so go figure it out. I'm like, okay, that sounds doable. It's just 50.
Just. That's the word for her.
50.
That's where you know you can do it. Because when you say just, it gives you a bigger spectrum of like, oh, I can do more even
Yes.
after that.
Right.
And you have a 2-week rest, right?
Yes.
Or no?
Oh, I did. I
Okay,
did.
good,
I did.
good.
I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
But even
gosh.
after that, I was like, I can't go back to having a regular job. Like,
Right,
why
right,
would
right.
I?
Yes.
So I continued to tour. I did Canada, South America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. And I was supposed to continue, and then COVID happened.
COVID said, stop.
COVID said, you need a rest, girl, because you've been on that Amtrak too long.
Yeah.
And I totally am on board with like Christine's thing about like having that rest, because I didn't feel the burnout until I was forced to do it.
Absolutely. Yes.
And then everything just like I caught up with me because I was like go. So I was ignoring all the pain, all the whatever things that my body
Come on.
was obviously telling me. And I also like to bring to the table that rest is resistance.
Yes.
That we don't have to do this thing that people keep telling us that we need to do, like this hustle, this, this grind mentality. Like, no. Rest is for you.
Yes, girl.
That's right. That's
And
right.
this is how you can show that,
Come on.
no, F to the man, I am resting.
Right.
So
So they
if
call
God
it
rested, I rest too.
If you had a Sabbath, so shall
you have a
I.
Sabbath. You can have a 2-week Sabbath. R&R. I think it's rest is required.
Yes.
Right?
Required.
love that.
Required rest.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
for the body. When
Yeah.
you're on your grind, and it's in our social I guess it's a societal expectation, like you're on your grind, I'm on my hustle, la la la. No, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to sleep first, wake up refreshed, and do it again. So R&R, refreshed and relaxed, and it's required.
And then you're rejuvenated.
rejuvenation station.
And then you can start running.
And then we can do-
I like all the R words.
Yes.
Rest is required. I think we can staple that one. Rest is required.
Required.
For us women.
Absolutely.
And with your services as a therapist, like you instill that.
Yeah.
You want that for others. You want
Right.
that for the women that you meet, or the men and women that you meet. What are you finding now in our culture that is really burning us out?
I think right now is a lot of women feel guilty for taking the time off.
That's
guilt
good.
factor.
That Catholic guilt.
Right.
Definitely have that, yes.
Okay.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Speak on.
Yeah, so that's what's coming up, and giving ourselves the permission
Yeah.
that I deserve to be nurtured. It starts there. Like, how do you we talk about self-care, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's become another thing to do on our to-do list.
That's
So,
true.
how do we incorporate it so we have
Right.
balance and priorities?
Balance.
It starts with
Yeah.
giving ourselves permission.
Always.
I deserve
Always.
to nourish myself.
Yeah.
And then ask yourself, what do I need in this moment?
That's right.
And then address that need.
Well, because once you do that, once you address those needs and you give yourself that permission, you love on yourself better to love on others better.
Right.
Because when you're fully at 100% with that balance, with that rest, but not only rest, but,
Right.
restoration in all areas, mentally, emotionally, then you can in return love on others 100 times more. And then you be more surprised
That's right,
at
sis.
how much when you're at 100. Because most of us are at like maybe 80 or 75 or 65. 45.
C's get
And,
degrees, baby.
You know?
I know.
So,
But
you know.
I'm low
Yeah.
bat. Just kidding.
Plug me in, girl.
I
Plug
know.
me in.
I need to do that too myself.
Plug
but-
me in.
I
But
learned
that's
from
awesome.
another therapist that we want to give not only from a full cup,
Yeah.
but from the overflow.
Yes.
Oh, I like the
The
overflow.
overflow.
Yes.
The overflow, yes.
Yeah.
Abundance.
Yes. And
Abundant-
it's continually.
Yeah, the abundant mindset. And also, we're so busy trying to get, to our goal and to reach our goal and to
Yeah.
get to that place of, what we're imagining. But there's an abundance of opportunity.
Right.
So be still. And sometimes, I find myself doing that where you're like, oh, I got a checklist. Boom, boom, boom. Got to get this done. But it's like, no, the day will end.
Yeah.
You need to rest. There's another tomorrow. And if tomorrow doesn't come, then what happened? You burned yourself out the day before. So
Yeah.
that's just from women who, and it's everybody, not even
Yeah.
just women. I'm not trying to bash people that are on their grind, but it's
Women and men.
women and men, and then some.
And then some. That's right.
But yeah, so as a partnership and as a sisterhood, I know you guys met through the Phil program.
Phil
Pro. Tell me how you guys, connected and what that experience was like for you being in the Philippines together and then now coming back to the States and immersing yourself back into what your projects are.
Yeah.
That was a two-part question.
Part one.
Part one.
two.
And go.
Go.
Well, we met from the program itself. Every day was like a different topic. We had government day. What did we have? Media day.
We had culture day.
Yes, all of it.
Right.
But I think the moment that I had a one-on-one with Yana here is when we were actually having a meal together
That
in
is
Cebu.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Breaking
had
bread.
the best conversation about decolonization,
Yes.
rest, and food.
Rest and food,
love
and
that.
also addressing the crab mentality
Yeah.
within our community.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's just a lot to cover, and it's great that, we were kind of selected within a pool of people, and I think that selection for our batch was well done because we were all in a way very creative. So
Right.
we were not like our energies were like a little bit different.
well
So,
matched.
yeah, well matched. And it was great to meet folks from different industries that otherwise we would never have met.
Yes.
Because I feel like we're so siloed
Right.
most of the time. Even though she's in the Bay, I don't think we would have met. If not
Absolutely.
for Phil Pro,
Yes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that Phil Pro really brought us together because it's a way for us to grow our community and grow our relationship
Yes.
and make it deeper.
And I love it because, we are supporting one another,
Yes.
not in competition.
Yeah.
Yana's going to be at the retreat.
Yeah. I'll be cooking.
Yes. I need her on my retreat.
Come on. I
I
know.
house.
I promised I'd
I'll
help
bring
her
my
with her-
utensils.
I'll bring my
All
ancestral.
hands on deck.
All hands on deck. Yes.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
No, and it's a beautiful
amazing.
thing. I think the same way with Lepa and I, we wouldn't have met if there were the circumstance wasn't
Yeah.
or the timing wasn't right.
Right.
It's a matter of connecting. And yeah, later in our life now, it's like, hey, it's really important to connect with other women who are thriving and driving toward their why, not
Right.
just sulking in the hardships and stuff.
That's
Yes,
right.
we can do that together. We can cry all day, but then we
yeah.
got to get back up and reinforce one another to build on our dream and whatever our why and our intentions are. So
That's right.
it's
It's
I love
collaboration over competition.
always,
You know?
always CNC,
CNC.
R&R.
R&R.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And then some.
And then some. Yeah, and so you guys have your retreats that you will be holding soon in 2024, and I know you have ongoing different projects that you'll be having next year as well. But here in Las Vegas, it's the 9 ladies or the 9 members that went to the Philippines, or
So there was 15 of us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mostly women.
yeah,
And we were a big group.
yeah.
Yeah. How many? And then there was
And then
like 3
there's-
men, right?
3.
Yeah.
Three men, and
Yeah.
the rest were. Yeah, it was great. a lot of feminine energy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it too.
Right. No, it's good to be in the company of other women. And it's also like, we find ourselves competing naturally because it's like, but when you're in a different element as far as dining and therapy and, the medical field or entertainment, creative, whatever, when you're all merged into the same room, you come up with different types of ideas and you can then, integrate your talent and your plans together. And I think that's what's important is, there's no competition. And Lepaleps says it all the time, competition or collaboration over competition.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when you guys have one mindset and one goal in mind, you'll be surprised because you guys all have such a beautiful and strong perspective from where you come from, coming together with one heart and one accord. Man. Where there's unity, God will command the blessing.
Amen.
So come on, you guys.
Come on.
So I mean, what a blessing it was for you guys to be together, 15 of you. And so you guys, there's 15 of you guys. Are you guys meeting here in Vegas?
Yes, we're meeting here in Vegas.
What?
We'll be staying at
be
a
a party.
house. We have some things lined up for the weekend.
Oh my God.
Weekend, yes.
Tonight we'll be going to a comedy show.
Yeah, JR
De
De Guzman.
Okay.
Where is that taking place?
In the Arts District.
Nice, Arts District.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys have your fun,
Yes.
but also the moments of relaxation, but also connecting and I guess reigniting the
Right?
ideas.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
Right.
It comes up organically.
Yes.
All our projects, I'm supporting Yana with her
Yes.
Food and Wine Festival, and we have some projects that have organically just
Yes.
come together during our immersion.
Right.
Next year, we're planning to have a watch party in the Bay.
Okay.
That will explain and show the pre-colonial gold
Yes.
of the Philippines.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's
I know.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And we're touching on that here too. I know that you guys were also part, or Walbert Castillo was also a part of the Phil Pro.
Yes, he's in our batch.
Batchmate. Hi,
Okay.
Walbert. So there's a lot of avenues, opportunities to share our culture, pre-colonial and current. And just kind of merging those ideas. But I'm sure Walbert and you guys have different insights too, and how exciting to be in that room to share, new ideas and
love it.
innovations. You
So
know what I mean?
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's going to happen from all this weekend of excitement and meeting again and reigniting. You never know. More ideas might come from this weekend. So I look forward to hearing about it so we can promote it and share
Yes,
and
always.
support each other,
Yes.
as a community because, like you said, this for PHLV, for us to be on here to share these things, it's a matter of not just sharing about Mahalo Halo and what we're doing here, but also to let people know what's going on in the world and what's going on in the Bay Area and, what's going on, everywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Yana,
Yes.
I know that you moved from East Coast back to the West Coast, but how long were you there?
I was in New York about 3.5 years.
Okay.
And then I was nomadic for about 5.
Yeah. She was a vagabond
That's right.
with style.
I'm a tramp. Just kidding.
I'm like,
She was transient. No. But also you were, majority of your life was in the Philippines.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit of your experience here as an adult and then your experience in the Philippines and kind of, how long do we have? We have enough time to cover.
We can go through my life story. Just kidding.
Just a touch.
just give us the cliff notes. Just the cliff notes.
Okay.
No,
The
just
Yana
kidding.
notes.
So I finished university in the Philippines. I was a psych major. I didn't go to med school, so hey, I was
All
owned by
good.
my family.
That's all right. Don't be sorry. Say thank you for understanding.
And I moved straight to LA, and that was like such a culture shock for me. I was just like, I always thought like, oh, I've lived in Manila. It's a cosmopolitan city.
Right.
I wouldn't be shocked in LA. And I'm just like, oh no, I was shocked.
Shock
Like
value.
little things like, in the Philippines, you could just hail a bus by just putting your hand up.
Right.
No, they don't stop for you.
No, they
Yeah.
I
don't.
had to chase after a bus.
Well,
and
yeah.
then they're like, there's a bus stop. I'm like, oh, you actually use that?
Right. It's usable. Thank
I was
you.
like,
It's like,
oh,
you people
okay.
use that?
Right.
You follow rules here.
I
Got it.
thought it was a resting station.
Right. I thought it was an R&R station.
I thought it was like, oh, shade, sit on the bench. All right. Keep it moving.
But needless to say, I was like really, I think now looking back at it, I was like very depressed because, I felt very uprooted from
course.
the world that I know,
Yeah.
the people I knew who were there to support me. And I decided I'm going to leave LA. This was not my city of choice. And
Right.
I think that was one of the things that was making me unhappy was that moving there was not my choice. So I moved to a different city, and that was like the spark that I needed.
Right.
Like I feel like cities have languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And LA, I didn't speak LA's language.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But I spoke New York's language.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
thrived in New York.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
I really felt like that was, if I didn't move to New York, I don't think I would be here where I am right
Right,
now.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so now you're rooted in.
I am rooted now in the East Bay in Oakland.
Okay.
I have 2 fur babies.
Yeah.
Baby.
I love
And my
furs.
husband sure do. Hey.
Hi, husband.
And in the Bay, I'm trying to find community, and I'm so glad like I got connected with like the Phil Pro with my Phil Pro batchmates who are based out there in the Bay too,
It's
because
beautiful.
it's like
Yeah.
I was telling Christine earlier on the plane ride here that I was like, even though I was based in the Bay because of the nature of my job, I was
Right.
constantly away. So even
Right.
with these like community gatherings,
Yeah.
I'm always like absent.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I feel like I never really got the chance to like really connect with the community. That's why I wanted to start Lamon, which is the Tagalog word for devour.
Right.
I love it.
Feed your face.
That's right.
With your hands.
But I like to
Lamon.
say devour with intention,
Right.
Or
Yeah.
feast with purpose, because it's
Okay.
like the whole idea about this food and wine festival is not just about like, oh, let's have drinks, let's have food, like, and oh, there's ube, hey,
Purple yam.
Like-
What's up?
I want to bring some meat
Okay.
into the table
Yeah.
and actually have like talks, discussions.
Yes.
Like we need history, we need education, we need to
Yes.
know about agriculture.
Yeah.
Like for us Filipinos, we don't know a lot about our history as Filipino Americans.
Absolutely.
And we've had such a long tie with America since, we got sold by Spain to America in 1898. And our waves of migration has happened since then.
Yeah.
And how come our history is not reflected in the history books?
Right.
And we still have to find pieces of our history for ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
And for Californians especially, it's rooted in agriculture.
Yeah.
So why not do the Food and Wine Festival that honors the farmers and the growers that puts the food and wine
Yes.
to our table?
Come
because
on.
without them, there would be no food and wine. Let's get real.
Farm
Yeah.
to table.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
That's truth.
No, and I think, with our culture, we're so spread out.
Yes. The diaspora.
Yes. Big word.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah, big word.
But for me, it's like same. I came here when I was 5, and I enjoy the Filipino culture. I think it's still instilled in me. I'm probably the last one of my generation to speak the language fluently. So my children are like, "Mom, I love being Filipino. I need to be more immersed in it." But I don't have the avenues to do so because our culture has become, Americanized. So much so that the blessings and the mano and all those little nuances, you're like, oh well, I don't teach that to them anymore. Or it's still in me, but it's
Yeah.
unfair to my children because I haven't instilled that consistently. It's
Right,
only
right.
when we have the gatherings or only at Christmas or Thanksgiving. So where in the Philippines when I was growing up, it was daily.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Constantly reinforced.
Yeah.
Yes, and then also the food is like if you don't come down and eat, there's only enough for like the whole family. If you're not down here, you're gonna be hungry the next day. Where
Right.
here, the portions are like one person that could feed a whole Filipino family.
Oh, for sure.
So the kamayan, the lamon, it's like everybody sit at the table, then feed your face, go to sleep, do it again tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then the survival part of it. So I think that's the story that is missing,
Yeah.
and then the understanding for our next generation that the hardships of our people
Yeah.
Yeah.
come from a long lineage of ancestry or, hard work.
Yeah. And to be fair, like assimilation is a survival technique, or like a coping mechanism. But I would like to just, put it out there that assimilation does not mean erasure.
Right.
Like, yes, you can assimilate, but do not erase
Yes.
that whole identity
Exactly.
of yourself.
Exactly.
Because you're going to feel that. You're going to feel something's missing in your core, in whatever you do. It's like,
Yeah.
it's time for us to reconnect to who we
Come
are.
on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lepa, for like your culture, I know you guys do the Kamayan technique too?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like in the islands, hello.
Yeah.
But you see, because
Yeah.
I was born here in the States, because my husband was actually born in Samoa. And so, that's when you were talking about, with your hands, he was sitting there yes. So it's very much so. But I also, too, what you're saying is not only just for your culture, but it's for all those who are not actually from, here, who are from other countries, to not erase where they come from, those traditions, those things that pass down. Because when you stop doing it, then it gets thinner. It just starts
Diluted.
diluted to the
Yes.
point that it disappears.
Right.
And we need to, reconnect that again, like you said, to reestablish that. And so that's exciting. How it's going to be more lamon, devour, but not only devour,
With
but
intention.
devour with intention, with purpose, with and also too understanding.
Yeah.
It's more than just the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like what we do here with Mahalo Halo. It's more it's educating. It's letting people know.
Yeah.
It's leaving full in your belly and full in your mind, full in your spirit,
heart.
in your heart.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that's I know that we do that it's for everyone.
And I think when we ask or invite people to your home or to the table, it's not just like, oh, let's just eat. It's a gathering, and it's lamon. Like, you eat with the intention to learn about one another and have those conversations, whether it's family or just a new group of friends. It's like, let's learn about one another rather than just eat and then get up and go.
Yeah.
It's a rush feeling. And I teach my kids that, devour your, or savor your food. Because as moms, we're eating, okay, gotta go.
Yeah.
So when I have a moment to just eat a meal and I can taste and I can feel, it's like, oh, I took this for granted for so long, right? So same with that experience, and I think that's beautiful. 50 states, girl.
That's amazing.
I'm going down the street, I'm exhausted. I'm like, all right, this traffic is heavy.
I'm like, my gosh, 50 states. I was like,
No,
my
this is
goodness.
great.
50 and
50
then
weeks.
some.
And
then some.
exactly.
Oh, and then countries too. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold up,
We didn't even hit the countries.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's next for you? What is your next page for both of you guys? I know the year is coming to a quick close. Do you guys have anything major now, or quarter one? Is there something that we can promote and
Let
send
people know.
Ooh, you go first. Let me think about mine.
No pressure, sis.
She's like, thanks.
I know.
Yeah, I think I'm going into the new year. I was just telling Toni and Yana earlier after breakfast, with intention to rest.
Yes.
And with that,
Yeah.
because I have the intention to promote and lead these retreats, facilitate these retreats in the Bay Area and then some.
Thank
My
you.
first retreat will be in February, most likely at this healing house that is owned by Dr. Robin Rodriguez, who is the founder of the Carlos Bulusan Filipinx Studies at UC Davis. She has invited us to our home. So I'm bringing the Sweet Mango Retreats team to go there and rest, relax, retreat ourselves, and, be creative together and see what our vision is for the coming year.
Awesome.
That's amazing, sister. And that's on your birthday month.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So what a gift to yourself.
So happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy
Y'all will
birthday.
be back.
Yes, I invited
I love
Yana
it.
to come because she'll be she'll be helping me with these retreats too. So
And they'll be helping.
Yeah.
Hands.
I'll be very hands-on.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Literally.
Hey, I absolutely love it. So what about you, Yana? I know that you are busy in your world, but tell us something end of year, quarter one.
To be honest, I've been trying so hard this year to get Lamon off the ground, and you all do events. You know how hard it is to like organize and get funding.
Yeah.
And I'm a one-woman show.
Yeah.
And I'm just
I feel you, sis, but I got Lepa now. So.
And Michaela.
Michaela.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Hey, but like it's good to have a team.
Always.
And I'm looking forward to I know I have to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
So
Always.
I want to foster that collaboration, like mindset and spirit. So I definitely want to connect more with the San Francisco Bay Area Filipino communities.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm hoping that we can work together to actually make Lamon happen.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, why break the wheel when there's already systems in place that we can just
roll
with it.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
You're in the
man.
driver's seat, honey. And
Yeah.
I think, you already have a great idea. You're innovative. And, you want to go far, you got to go with a team.
Yeah.
You definitely got to go with a team. So I'm excited for your Lamon to take flight or roll on.
Hey, maybe we can do it here in Vegas.
Absolutely.
You
You already
know,
have it.
bring it.
You already have a
Bring
family.
it. You already have a support.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're right here,
That's
girl.
right. We are ready.
You let me know when, and we
Yes.
will go.
We will.
Hey, Kuya G. Speaking of let's go. So, all right. Well, I wanted to do a little fun thing. We have a segment called Ready? Music Mayhem.
Music mayhem.
Lepa's favorite.
Mayhem in my mind.
I have 3 songs that will bring us back in time. It'll be an easy one. So
nice.
I will give you the opportunity
Yes.
to finish the lyrics, basically. It's going to be easy. Don't worry. Just open your mind.
Okay.
And go back in time.
Where's
to
my
when-
karaoke Rolodex?
Right.
Just kidding.
It is part of the culture. Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
5831. 5831.
That's your favorite one. But whose mic is it on?
1217. Just
Oh
kidding.
my goodness. This is good.
All right. So the first one is let me bring it back to every little step I take, you will be there.
No.
Lepa, you can help
Every
me.
little step I take will be together.
Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little step I take, will be together. Hey.
Love it.
Okay, we passed. Just kidding.
Okay, that's
She's like, and next.
one. And turn the page. All right. Number 2. Whew. Let's see if you guys remember this. Maybe I'll sing it wrong. I don't know. Ooh, can't nobody do it like you.
Yes. Okay.
Said every little thing you do.
Hey, baby,
Stays on my mind, and I'm officially.
Yay!
All right, see.
We got that one.
Okay.
We like finishing the lyric.
Points. All right, number 3. Here we go. Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love
Me forever.
Am I caught in a hit and run?
Oh,
Straight up, now tell me, is it gonna be you
And me together.
or are you
Just having fun.
Hey! Oh, that was a success. See?
Yay!
Thank
We
you,
did
ladies,
it.
for playing.
yes.
All right. Well, do you have anything, Lepa? I know that we are, just preparing for the holidays.
We are. Exciting things coming up for PHLV Radio.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be doing a lot of fun interactions with the whole crew, some of the
Right.
crew coming on up. Everybody want to stay tuned for that. I mean, but plus the holidays too. There's always something going on
Always.
in Vegas. I mean, with the challenges, but the one thing that I really am so excited, just like you said, health is wealth. And it's important that we just find that balance, that rest. I mean, and it's always important that we use our hands when we eat. You know what I mean? It's always like I'm leaving this like, okay, let's go get our grub
We're
on.
gonna
You know
get
what I mean?
our grub on always,
So,
yes.
but yeah, I'm excited. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so excited for you guys' time this weekend. I know it's going to be an amazing time of just gathering and food and fun and fellowship and
Yes.
connection. And I mean, what about you, Toni? What do you think?
Oh, I'm just here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. ride. I love watching everybody thrive.
Come on.
I ride
All
like
right.
you, Lepa. You're a girl.
Come
And
on.
you know, family first. Well, God first, family, and then our passions, whatever
That's
we
right.
all have in store. I'm excited for everybody. And PHLV, you guys, you know, it's been a beautiful year.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of transition that will be happening.
That's right.
And you guys can catch us on Apple, Spotify,
Yes.
Facebook Live, YouTube, and all the other platforms that are available. Please stay tuned for
Yes.
many great things to occur because
That's
you know
right.
it's never ending.
That's
Everything is
right.
possible with God on our side. We are good.
And there's more in store for 2024. So
Okay.
let's go, everybody.
Every
I look
day.
forward to all these projects. So we love you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Big
thank
love
you. Thank
from the
you.
702.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching,
Thank you.
Christine, Yana.
Salamat for
God
having
bless.
us.
Thank you for having
Maraming
us.
salamat.
Hey, mahalo halo.
Love you guys. Peace.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.